Nice.
Start over.
What's up, guys? Patrick and Alex here. We are a couple of country bumpkins from Little Rock, Arkansas. We got the chance to go and see Retro Rick at RetroFest Arkansas. And this is a little bit of a pickup that we got while we were there. My pickup was a little more modest. There's just a couple of things that I got trying to complete a little collection, but this guy here went all out.
Right, so we'll go over everything, what he got, what I got, and yeah, let's check it out.
So before we start going into specifics, why were you like, what's your thing? Like, what are you trying to collect? You know, me, myself, I'm trying to collect like specific games from my childhood. You know, like I was really into Pokemon. I was really into Final Fantasy. I was also really into Fire Emblem, specific games like that. So, like, what is your, like, looking around your room, and it's pretty impressive. Like, what? But I see a bunch of little stuff, especially from Nintendo.
Yeah.
What is your goal as far as your collection?
So I grew up early 2000s, late 90s, born in 94. But most of my stuff, I collect all nostalgia. I'm nostalgic for things that weren't even around, like NES, SNES, but mainly N64. Kind of a sneak preview here. Most of my stuff is N64.
I can tell.
But I believe that was the pinnacle of nostalgia for the 90s and early 2000s. So, yeah, I'm excited to go over everything, and yeah, let's get into it.
Let's begin. So, I went to RetroFest with Alex here, so we both got the VIP passes, but we both sell cars. So he's a sales manager, so he got the opportunity to come on Saturday, and I had to stay back and work. You know, I had to make the man some money.
Absolutely.
So so I only got a couple pickups, but my collection, you know, is a little more, I'm not trying to collect every console of everything. I'm just trying to just complete my little collection. So here, what I got here is I found Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles for the N60, for the Nintendo GameCube. And this little guy here, so I've never played this growing up, but it was complete. Has all the manuals, all the stuff. The disc is in really good shape on the back. But this one here has some other peripherals, so you can get the games for the Game Boy Advance, and then you can hook it up to the GameCube.
It's kind of like Four Swords Adventures.
Pretty much, yeah. And it's pretty cool. You can play multiplayer with your friends. So got to find that. But Final Fantasy games, I'm trying to complete those, which brings me to my next one. So my main focus when I went there to RetroFest was Switch games. This one here, they released this a couple months ago or so. This has 1 through 6. So I have pretty much all of the Final Fantasy games on Switch. So like 7, 8, 9, 10 and 10-2, 12. Pretty much you have all of those minus the online games. Like I think it's like 14 or something like that. But yeah, so I was able to pick this up. Pretty nice little pickup there. It sells online for like upwards of 100 plus. The guy made me a pretty good deal on that, so I'm pretty happy with that. Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So I have Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2. I have the first one with the collector's edition, came with all the artwork, the box, and everything like that, and it's pretty cool. I've played 1 and 2, haven't beaten them yet because they're a grind. But just had to get this one to pick up, you know, to complete the collection. Now this one here was an unfortunate little happy accident. So I have played Octopath Traveler 1, and I thought I had it physical, but ended up I only had it digital. So I now I have to go on the hunt to find the first one physical. Now I don't want to pay full price for it because, you know, we're retro kind of, we're hunting stuff like that. So I got to find a pretty good deal because I don't want to pay full price.
Nobody does.
Nobody does. So, but yeah, so now I thought I completed a collection, but I didn't. I just restarted a new collection. So let's go, and this is my little modest pickup here. with the time allowed. So next we'll go to Alex's find.
So real quick, I had to get some filler titles. I have a goal to go to get all the N64 games. So of course you got to get some of the filler titles: All Star Baseball, Monster Truck Madness, Wave Race 64, not a filler title, great game. Also picked up Donkey Kong 64, again not another filler title. Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue, filler title,
but still a classic.
Oh, definitely. I remember renting this. We had a movie gallery, and that was one of the first games I remember renting. So that dates myself a little bit. Star Wars Shadows of the Empire, Madden 64, and Space Invaders. Again, some more filler titles. And then Madden 01. Look how terrible that label is.
That's awful.
Yeah, it was free. I didn't give $1 for it.
Oh, okay, good.
Top Gear Overdrive. And accidentally picked up another Lightspeed Rescue just from a booth of mine. A friend of mine, he had a booth, and I just wanted to buy something from him. So bought that one inadvertently. Also picked up the yellow N64 controller in the box. I would like to pick up all the controllers in the box. I did turn down a ice blue in the blister pack. He had 400 on it, and I just couldn't bring myself to do it. But the box isn't in great shape, but it adds to the collection. I've got 4 right now, so hopefully add to that. Also picked up these guys. I have a plan for them on the N64 wall, which y'all will see here in a minute. I'm going to mount them, so they're gonna look really cool. Y'all see that in a later video. We'll put those back. But this is kind of my N64 game section. Hopefully gonna fill it out here pretty soon.
So what are you gonna put in those empty shelves there?
Hopefully more. There's almost 300, 290, 280 something. Don't quote me on that. I'll throw it up here in just a second. But hopefully fill all of these shelves out with N64 games. That's the goal. N64 paraphernalia, whatever I can get, I'd like to fill it out with that. So let's move on to the next section.
What have we got over here, Alex?
So over here, I'm still sitting down.
That was smooth, by the way.
Of course, Game Boy printer. So I have the Game Boy camera I got off Whatnot, complete in box. And for some reason, I just decided I had to get the printer. Ran up on it, got a good deal. I think I gave 40 or 50 for it. It takes, as everything did in the 90s, a ton of AA batteries.
Of course.
It had some paper in it, but you'll see a little later. We'll take a picture with it. I got the cables and everything. Also bought from a completely different booth, which was really weird, a complete in box printer paper. So very strange, very weird, but pretty cool. Keeping on with the weird but cool, this really clean cleaning kit. I picked it up from a guy. I think I gave 20 or 15 for it, but it was just super clean. It's got this little protector on it.
This was at the convention, right?
Yeah, all this is at the convention. The only thing I didn't pick up from the convention was the camera, but I mean, that thing is immaculate.
It is clean.
So super cool to have. I've never seen one out in the wild. I know they're not worth a whole lot, but it was still super clean and super cool for a cleaning kit. So I also want to collect all the Game Boy colors. Not in the box. I'm not made of money. But I picked up the Kiwi to add to the collection to go with the other ones that you see there. I'll spin back around over here because I forgot something. I picked up these two. We got these for free. I think Patrick got Captain Skyhawk and I got Mortal Kombat. But Arkansas Picker and Pickin' Preacher had a panel we went to. It was really cool. I do a lot of business with Arkansas Picker, so it was really cool to listen to him talk and kind of go through his stuff and kind of just get to mess with him for a little bit.
Didn't you also get something for the Genesis?
I did. So when I bought the printer and Donkey Kong 64, I got to spin for a free game. Picked up Risk, because why not? But it's super clean. It's got the manual, but for free, I really couldn't complain. So
you spun. It was a high risk, high reward, or low reward.
Can we cut that?
And then you also got some Dragon Ball Z games too.
I did. So I bought these from Minty Tim a while back. He just held on to them till the convention and brought them to me. But I would like to get all the Dragon Ball Z games, but Tenkaichi 3 is kind of pricey.
Speaking of Dragon Ball Z, if anybody is currently watching the new Dragon Ball Daima show that's coming out, let us know. Well, he hasn't.
I'm not. I'm just Dragon Ball Z. He hasn't seen Dragon Ball Z.
I know, sacrilege.
Which is wild to me, but
I've watched Dragon Ball Super, watching Daima, so I'll get to Dragon Ball Z eventually.
Absolutely.
Nice.
So over here, we've got the N64 cassette tape. This would get sent to you in the mail from Nintendo Power. It's got the launch date on the front there. Just kind of goes over some demos. You see Mario, Bowser, Stormtrooper on the front. So just kind of a cool little addition to the game room. Also got the watermelon and the, let's see if I can do this with one hand, fire orange consoles. I want to get all the Funtastics, and but I don't want to pay a lot for them, so I picked these up. Got a good deal on them. I think I gave like $250 ish for both of them.
It's not bad.
No, so it's super cool. Has a spot on the shelf. I've got a few more spaces to fill. Really looking for that smoke one. So if anybody has a good deal on a smoke, I'm definitely interested. Put that back there because you get it because of Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
So picked these up also. This is the Rumble Pack in the box. It's got all the manuals and a little cardboard insert in on it. But just all things Nintendo 64 like we talked about at the beginning. So want to get one of everything.
Now tell us a little bit about that one there, because
So
I've never seen that myself.
This is the controller pack, which is obviously a like a memory card type situation. But when I got it, the guy said, "Oh, it doesn't have the memory card in there. It's just a box." I was gonna pick it up anyway for $10, but he said, "Well, go ahead and open it just to be sure." And I opened it. Tabs are really clean, and it has it in there, but it is sealed. So got to pick that up. He looked at me and said, "Would you do 15?" So obviously I picked that up. It was a steal. He hooked me up, and I'm pretty excited to have that in there. And then the Big Daddy. Let's see if I can get this off here. So I got this. I had a new Super Mario Brothers 3DS, and I traded that for this. I'm more of a retro guy anyway. I never played that 3DS. But this is complete. It has all the foam, all the console, the atomic purple. I wanted a complete box N64 to pick up at this convention, and but I didn't want a boring one. So this is about as cool as I could get without spending a lot of money. But I'm going to throw up some footage of kind of taking it out of the box. But this is something that I was really excited to pick up.
Nailed it.
So this is something I battled with getting for the entire convention. I actually saw one at Retro Rick's store. Was it probably about a month or two ago?
He was fighting about getting this thing all day Sunday when I was with him.
It was a battle. He had 220 on it, which is high, but I talked him down to 175. It's pretty clean. It's got some small little issues on it, but he was trying to actually trade it for another game. But he brought it back to his booth. I thought I missed it. He brought it back, and I was able to make a deal on it. It's complete. It's got the foam, the inserts, everything. I'm considering grading it. So I kind of want to know what everybody's thoughts are on that, just to have in a cool case. I'm not really planning on selling it, but it'd be really cool to grade and having a nice case up here. So that was my last big pickup for the weekend. Got it on Sunday. So.
Okay.
So those were our pickups from RetroFest Arkansas. We're super excited we got to go. I know he only got to go for one day, but both days were awesome. Retro Rick put on a heck of a show. We're really excited to go next year as soon as tickets go on sale. We're definitely going to be buying them.
So I enjoyed getting to go there to see everybody, everyone that we had been watching on YouTube. I've been watching Phoenix Resell for a while. We got to take photos with him.
I got to meet Rip from Pixel Game Squad.
I didn't get to meet him.
Didn't get to meet Curtis's mom, but I got to meet Curtis.
Does everybody want to meet Curtis's mom?
Oh yeah. Yes.
Anyway, so I also got to meet Rick for the first time. So I've met Michael, I've met the whole crew there at the Retro Rick's Game Point, but Rick has been eluding me because every day that I'm off and able to go up there, he has to work his full-time job. So
yeah,
finally got to meet him for the first time. Great guy. Would definitely recommend anybody that's thinking about going to RetroFest next year. Definitely go. It's definitely worth it. Great bunch of people.
Yep. We'll throw up some pictures, but we did get to meet Michael too.
Yep.
We got to see Michael. I've met Michael a few times. Funny story, I went to the store and I bought the Virtual Boy that you might see in some of the videos. But my kid was screaming and going crazy. Michael carried it out, took care of me. He ran around the whole store.
This is said kid.
This is my kid. But he's awesome. That whole crew, we've never had a bad experience at Retro Rick's Game Point.
It's been phenomenal.
But no, it was cool to meet everybody. We're excited to go again next year. And yeah, I think that's it.
That's it. That's all you got to say.
See you next time.
We'll see y'all next time.